Okay. I just got home. So, hi guys. um, I finished my first full week at the gym today. Um, I kind of bounced around a bit because I finished up my routine with Michelle, my personal trainer, today. So, um, unfortunately, I don't have a solid breakdown of everything I did. I kind of lumped it all together in the readout for my Samsung Health. I will share that later in my community tab. Uh, Kind of bounced around a bit today. Also in mood. Mostly high, but there was some frustrations. Um, like my cab running late. I made sure that I scheduled it to pick me up at 12:30, and usually they show up on time. So it should have been getting me there before 1. It didn't pick me up until after 1. I want to say 10 after. I got there about 20 after, which sucked balls. Because that's not the stuff I want to do. Yeah, it's the second time I basically did that to her without meaning to. So hopefully, in the near future, I can just switch over to Mike's Taxi, and they usually do better. How they'll get on my case if I'm running late too much. So I'd rather that, honestly. Okay. Just making sure I have things charging up while I'm talking to you guys. I'll have to move them into the bedroom when my food finishes. Because I am hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. It is now 4:08 p.m. Friday, August 2nd. Ooh, 4,323 steps so far. So I definitely got more steps in overall, even though I might not have been on the recumbent machines as much today. We did a bunch of things. Some of it I can actually share with you guys. So, but let me try to organize my thoughts. Because, again, there were some frustrations. Like my meds. I know I talked about... Ooh, I just felt stuff shift in my back. So, I know I talked in the past about my methylphenidate, my generic Concerta, and when I got my prescription filled last month, they didn't do the dosage right because 2 months ago, Dr. Martens shifted it to where it was supposed to be 36 milligrams twice a day. And for 1 month, we did that, and things were good. So last month, I call because the systems are still down. And I call and I explain to them what the dosage should be. They gave me the old dosage. I play tag with Dr. Martin's nurse. She eventually looked at the record and said that I was right, that it was supposed to be twice a day. But by that time, the insurance had already paid out for it because I picked it up, or had been picked up for me. And I said this month I would make sure that when I, called it in, that I made, that they'd get it right. I even remember saying something about how it made me feel almost egotistical that I had to make sure that I was on their asses about it, because it sounded wrong for me to say it like that, but it happened again. And I had that woman on the phone, and she said that she was making sure that she wrote it down and everything. And she even read it back to me. So I don't know what the fuck happened. Oh, yeah, the fruit fly thing was still going on. Uh, so I don't know what's going on. But I see Dr. Martin towards the end of the month. So hopefully I'll get it ironed out then. But it was fucking 54 milligrams once a day again. This time I'm there, but I had already called the cab. I don't know when it's going to show up. I can't be fucking playing phone tag again. So that was frustrating. But while I was waiting for the cab downstairs, I bumped into Shamika, one of my neighbors. Also, if she does end up finding my channel, because I told her about it, hi Shamika. She attended high school with Tom. And she was one of the few people that Tom actually liked from high school. There's like Shamika, Derek's older sister Brienne. He had one other friend, and I can't remember his name, but we used to tease him a lot. He was just kind of easy to pick on. We had nicknames for him that weren't necessarily kind, but they were said with affection. Like, it wasn't like he was one of us, so we could say these things. But if anyone else had said them, there would have been issue. You know. But I didn't actually meet Shamika back then. But Tom had at least spoken of her back then. And we actually came, Diana, bonus mom, she apparently had kept touch with her, and she knew that she lived here. So when we lucked into the place, she was nice, and she got us a card, and she got us a little, it's not exactly a picture, I mean, it's in a frame, but it's a little, like, folksy saying. It says, I like hugs and I like kisses. I want to say that it ends with, but I really like it when you do the dishes, or something like that. And I feel that. So yeah, she has an adorable little girl. Not gonna mention names and stuff like that, because little kids shouldn't necessarily be on the internet, stranger danger and all that. But yeah, so she was kind of coming up. I think she had just gotten in, and talked for a bit while I was waiting for the cab. And I know how I'm often talking about positivity and the benefits of being positive and everything, but it was awesome because I basically got to see my efforts kind of proven right in this moment. And not only was it validating, but it just felt good that I could do that for somebody, because I didn't know when she was originally coming up that apparently she was just having a frustrating day herself. And, it just started easily enough, like, how are you doing? And so I was just catching her up with things. And, I told her, there's obviously the elephant in the room, that, there's the Tom thing. And obviously. But even in spite of that, I have these other things going on for me. And, that actually, today I'm feeling pretty good, and we were talking about the gym and stuff like that. And she even pointed out that there was like a glow about me and everything. And I said, yeah, because there is the correlate, there's the endorphins and the serotonin that you get from working out. And, it's absolutely true. And I also told her about how I think, the whole you get what you put out sort of motto that I have, ethos. I don't know. But, I was talking to her about that, and, that's when she told me that she wasn't necessarily, actually, she told me that first. I should get the order right. But, we were talking about the whole motto and everything after. But she told me that, the fact that I was being so positive, and, the fact that I was talking about that in spite of, the past was the past and I can't change that. So I'm looking to change, moving forward. And, the fact that I'm putting that energy, that time into improving my tomorrow. And those weren't the words that I used at the time, but it makes sense. And here I was trying to catch her up. Normally I ask other people how they're doing, like immediately afterwards, because usually I just kind of, when people usually ask me how I'm doing, I just leave it to I'm good, or it's been okay, or because I'm trying to make sure I'm filling the social obligations, Sheldon, and I'll ask them how they're doing. But time is tissue. And so I wanted to make sure that, that I filled her in on things, and I had good things to actually report. And that actually feels really good. I'm not just sitting there going, well, I'm heartbroken. Life kind of still sucks. Like I could say, like, I'm actually making progress in my life and my weight loss. And, I got my boys, and, Mocha makes 3. He's been coming out more. He's kind of been giving the other boys some shit. And he's been touchy about me. Like, he likes it when I keep to his head. But apparently going along his body, he's squiffy about. I don't know if that's just because he's still under, like, he's adjusting, or I at least did some full body pets to Rumble while he was watching. So I'm hoping I'm hoping he's not going to be the type where I can't give him a full body petting, or that I can't pick him up. I don't want him to be the sort that he'll immediately like go for my eyes if I go to pick him up, that'll be kind of sad. I won't try to rehome him if that's the case or anything, but it'll be sad for me. But he did kind of tag Muffin on the ass before once. But they kind of keep creeping closer and closer to him when he's out. But, they're curious. He probably feels ganged up on. It's what it is. Let's see. Oh, or very early in the morning, there was the stress of the fact that I'm almost already going into the negative, and it's only the second day of the month. That's sucky. I was able to get myself a few things for the gym. Well, yeah, just a few things. And I got myself some hair stuff, and I made sure my rent was paid, NICEC is paid, Spectrum is paid. The important things. But I already had to ask Mom for money to make sure I didn't go into the negative. And that sucks ass. So, at the bottom, I'm going to drop links again for my PayPal and stuff, and also Casey's GoFundMe, because I can't ask for money and not feel like a shitheel if I don't also make sure that I just also need to highlight Casey's top surgery GoFundMe. For those who aren't aware and possibly new, Casey is trying to get top surgery, and he's trying to get everything funded by October, or else he'll have to start the process all over again. And he's already at least given them a $500 deposit. So if you could give anything at all to either of us, definitely him first. And I know I could probably speak for both of us to say that any little bit helps either of us. I mean, honestly, $5 even is just $5 less than I am possibly going to go into the negative. Because fucking Spectrum alone is like $80. And then I kind of spent a little bit more than I should have with Chewy, but they were doing this thing that if you spent $100, you get a $30 e-gift card through them. So that'll definitely help for next month. But girl math. But the gym went great. I spent less time like on the recumbents, and I'll have to find videos potentially of some of the exercises so I can put them up for you guys to see, just to give you a better idea of what I had been doing. But there are some stretches that I can show you guys that I did, because some of you guys might also experience the thing called tech neck. That's, those of us who are on our phone and tablet a lot and stuff, and, we're like looking down and stuff, and, So the first thing she showed me was the YW stretch. And I'm going to apologize in advance for my wings, because I'm definitely noticing them more. That there's just, it's saggy skin. It's not fat. It's saggy skin at this point. You'll see. So first thing is you do the Y position, and then you move down to the W position, You hold for 4 seconds, and then you know, do it over again. So Y, and then W, 2, 3, 4, Y, W, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit. Like, seriously, look how much, like, fit my arm would be. Do you see that? Oh! Fucking A, right? Sorry. I just literally flexed on you guys. Ah! Okay. So, I think she wanted me to do like 20 of those. And then... What was... Oh, the other one was some things with the neck. And it's like kind of making sure you kind of go like this until you feel it like in this part of your neck, and you hold it for like 20 seconds. 6, 7, 8, there we go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. And I know I count slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And look, again, loose skin. This is actually loose skin. I don't like it, but it's a sign of progress. And then I gotta turn to this next one. So you gotta hold on. Okay. These are just something I do on my own. It's how I usually crack my neck. And burn up. Yes, I know you're done. Oh, I can show you guys. Oh, is it not going to show you guys? Shit. Oh, because I have do not disturb on my phone. Normally this would, you know, show me or tell me that my food's done. So, all right. Let's see. Okay. So you start in the neutral position, and you bring your head back, and then go back to the neutral position. And this is also supposed to help stretch, like, the muscles here in the back of the neck. And you can feel it too. You're not supposed to bring your head forward after, though. I mean, you could, because you can feel it, but the one she showed me is just you're supposed to go back to the neutral position. And I recommend doing that to help, especially if the stiffness and everything travels into this area. Like, I feel much looser, so I definitely suggest that. And then we did the some with the recumbent stepper. That was before the stretching, just as a warm-up. And then we did some with the rowing with the thing with the buttons that I showed you guys. And then we did this, I want to call it a flywheel exercise, where it has like these two handles. There's some like that are up this way, but there's some at the bottom too. Like, it's an actual station. And the resistance is, the weights are on both sides. And had me have my arms like this, and then bring them forward. bring them forward. Um, and fortunately, I can't remember what weight she had put them on, but it definitely wasn't the lightest. Because that was way too easy. Oh, we also did some, I gotta add them to my wish list. Because I think I want to get some weights for home if people are willing to help. Um, she had brought over some barbell dumbbells, the little fucking hand ones, and we did these simultaneous things where I had my arms out like that, but I'd bring them up and down and up and down, and then some hammer curls. You're not supposed to be whacking into your arm. You know, you're supposed to do it slower because you're supposed to be engaging the muscles. She said that that's a common thing that people tend to do. But, I mean, your girl has been researching this for ages, so. Girl's also thirsty. We were gonna do some on the other machine that I told you guys about on Wednesday. I have to find the video or a video showing you guys what I did with that. But the one that the handles are like this and, you know, you bring it. We were gonna do those, but people kept being on that machine. So she was glad that I had already taken the initiative on it. And she already liked that I was like increasing my distance on the recumbents. And yeah, I feel like she also had me do the rope thing. Sitting down was much better. I did about 3 minutes this time. But definitely need to do it more to get better at it. But you can feel that like along the whole arm because you're going like this, and it's like an act, like it's the gym ropes, like the battle rope things, or like the gym ropes that you would climb in gym class. It's like that, and you know, you're even just sitting there, you're grabbing it and you're pulling it and you're pulling it and you're pulling it and you know, and yeah, you feel it like all down your arm. So definitely, I mean, I got to work here, got to work back here, worked the legs, kind of worked the neck some with stretches. We did some other stretches. They have like these cage things. Oh, I forgot what they're called. I think they're an acronym, and I'm gonna have to try to find that online too. They're basically like places just where you can put your hands or your feet and do like all these sort of, I think they're calisthenics. They're basically isolating stretches. Like you can put your feet up in different positions, or you know, and isolate different muscle groups. It's for me very cool, but I'm a nerd. So that's where we ended things, and then I went back on. Well, I went to both recumbents. We hadn't done the bike. I went to the bike first, and then I went back to the stepper. But then it was like 3:00, and I knew I had to call my cab because apparently Union and Endicott stops doing their Medicaid cabs at like 4 or something like that. So I needed to make sure that I called them in time. I already have my cab set up for next week. I have an appointment with Dr. Tim on Wednesday, so I've actually changed up the days that I'm doing gym because I found out they actually do Medicaid cap now on the weekends. Unfortunately, not any of the providers that I normally use, so I'm trying someone new next Saturday. But I'm doing Monday, Thursday, Saturday next week. Because with Wednesday, I'm at least going to be sitting for at least an hour straight. Because the Medicaid cap people, they pick me up early. And unless Tim sees me early, I'm sitting there. And sometimes he can get so busy, they get so swamped. Sometimes I've been seen late. And then I gotta call the cab and wait for them to come get me. So I could not do gym that day. It wasn't going to be possible. So I moved it. And I could do that because they do the weekends, which is so fucking awesome. Because I was afraid I was only going to be able to do like 2 days next week. And I didn't want to do that. And I mean, yeah, I could have potentially used that as an excuse to be like, well, yeah, and what can you do? But I didn't have to. And that's awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, I mean, there were some moments of frustration today, but overall, awesome day. And now I'm going to have some Tyson Southern style chicken tenders with some light honey mustard, Ken's light honey mustard. And then I'm going to make up some salad with some Ken's light Caesar. And I'm going to watch YouTube. And later I'm going to spoil the boys again with some CAT&IP and work them just a little bit closer to, being brothers. So, brothers occasionally fight. They just have to realize that I love them all. I love every fucking cat, okay? All of them. 1 eye, 3 legs, no legs, hairless. It doesn't matter. I love them all. Okay. My food has been sitting there for a minute, but at least I won't burn my hands. Questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, you be the judge. Please hit that subscribe button. Especially if you enjoy the stuff that you've been watching from me. I put 2 scoops of Grandpa's Ashes. It's a drink, guys. It's a drink. It's a Gamer Supps drink called Grandpa's Ashes. I have a video where I'm taste testing it for the first time. Okay? It's a drink. But I just realized there's like hints of purple. So, sorry. ADHD gang. So if you want more neurodivergent content, please hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. Go fuck yourselves. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.